Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So I figured I would do sort of an episode 8 trailer breakdown, but also mix it in with like a death predictions video. And mostly I wanted to talk about Alden as a character and whether or not his death in this Sunday's episode is possible. Because obviously for the last few weeks now, since episode 3, I guess, so almost 5 weeks now, we've all been theorizing that he is the next character to go. Though it seems really weird, I would say, that we haven't really seen him yet. Right, the last time we saw him, Maggie and Negan left him in that church, and we haven't seen them yet. It doesn't mean that he's not going to die, right? That like, you know, just because we didn't see him means that there's no story there. Like, no, like they could have done that specifically because they want you to forget about it, because there's going to be a reveal coming very soon, right? So yeah, I find it interesting. I'll say that I find it really interesting that Alden has been kept out of the story for the remainder of, or at least the remainder of the first part here, and we haven't seen the character in a bit. So yeah, I want to talk about all that. So obviously, before we go any further, please be aware that this will contain spoilers for the final season, episodes 1 through, I guess, 7, right? And also, if you are new here and you want more Walking Dead content like this, then make sure to be a subscriber. Right after this, I'm going to be posting my Discord Q&A, so if you haven't followed the Discord yet, the link is down below. It's just Appetite for the Dead. I asked you guys for some questions. You guys definitely delivered. So yeah, that Q&A will be coming out in a couple of hours. So yeah, first of all, thank you guys so much for all of that. And yeah, if you want to take part in future Q&As, just make sure to go follow us on Discord. But let's talk about Alden. I'll ask the question here, and you guys definitely respond in the comment section. Will Alden die? In my opinion, I want to lean towards yes, because of how weird it was just set up, right? Like, ignore the fact that the Reapers know the whereabouts of that church, or like, ignore a lot of different aspects to that one story there. It's so weird that Maggie and Negan just left him there and that he hasn't come back into the story, right? Like, I could totally see it, maybe, though I think that'd be a little crazy, but like, I guess it is possible that maybe Alden shows up and saves the day or something like that, right? Like, maybe they want us to forget about the character, and then something's going to happen at the Reaper base. Maggie is going to be in a very scary situation, and then Alden shows up, right? I could see that potentially being a possibility. I feel the disappointment in that, though. I don't want that. And I know it's pretty messed up to like want a character to die. It's mostly because I want the story in this arc to sort of matter and mean something. And if everyone survives for the most part, it does diminish the whole arc in total. Like, and I'm not saying that characters need to die to make a story really good. That's definitely, like, I don't agree with that. I just think for this specific one, right? I think we do need that. I think we need Alden to die in order to show how selfish Maggie's trip was. And obviously it was, in the end, a very selfish trip, because yeah, there's food there and they could bring some stuff back, but Maggie went on this trip in the first place in order to take back her base because she wanted revenge against the Reapers and was willing to put people in harm's way, right? And also because she wanted to kill Negan eventually. So like, when you take all of that into consideration, it's like it kind of makes sense that Alden has to die. I think, like, yes, people have died on this journey. Yes, like we lost a lot of people, but like we didn't really lose a lot of people, because most of those people were just no-name characters. Like, that was Maggie's group that was newly introduced. I had no connection or anything with any of the characters. Yeah, I was sad to see them go, but like I ultimately don't care, right? Alden, though, if he were to die, I would really care about that, because that would suck. But it does further Maggie's story. It does further, you know, like why she wanted to go on this journey to begin with. It makes her character a lot more complex, and she's going through a lot more emotionally. In the end, she might not want any more death because maybe it wasn't worth it. Even like, imagine they don't have any food. Imagine the walkers that go through there, ruin all the food, you know, things get set on fire and etc. Then she's coming back with nothing, and it was all sort of like not worth it. And I will say, I do find that really odd that they're willing to just like bring a walker horde into Meridian, because that's kind of insane. That could destroy the whole entire place, literally. And like, don't they want to keep it? I guess at this point, they're just pretty desperate, right? I mean, maybe Negan brings the horde through there, but he's also going to direct it away. That is also possible. But this is where I want to get into why I think the Reaper arc is likely going to end in this episode, because I just don't see it going any further when you take into consideration that the Commonwealth arc will be the main storyline starting in episode 9, right? Like, episode 9, episode 10, around there, we will have Pamela Milton in the story for sure at that point. That group is likely going to be in Alexandria that's going to be the main story, and Daryl needs to be there. So where is he right now? He's at Meridian. Well, he has to get back, obviously, to Alexandria. So that's why I think that with this huge battle going on in episode 8, I mean, it makes sense to end it here, right? Like, if this doesn't end the arc, if this huge battle doesn't end the small arc, then what's going to? Obviously, this is going to. So I will say, if you look at the episode 8 trailer, there's a lot of shots in the trailer that are mostly just like them reacting to the Horde, right? Like, there are a lot of night shots, but even the night shots are them just reacting to the Horde, which tells me that a lot of the stuff that we got in the trailer is from the first half of the episode. They're holding back for a reason. There's a lot of stuff I think that happens in the second half of the episode that is kind of spoilery, and so that's why they're not giving us all of that, right? Like, we have shots of Maggie and Gabriel. They're inside Meridian, so we know that they get there. And I also will say it's kind of cool because Maggie does know this place inside and out. And I do hope that that shows in the episode. I think that would be a cool, just little, I guess that it would just kind of expand more of the story, right? Because this was her home for many years. But I also think that this shows that there will be a showdown here. I think that there's going to be a really epic battle, a really epic Walker battle. There's going to be some conflict and tension. Maggie and Pope are going to come face to face. And I think they have to because they know each other, right? Like, they obviously know each other, but they've never been in a scene together. So I think it has to happen. And I think it would be cool if when it does happen, that's when Pope reveals Alden, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. And so the question I have now is, will they have had enough time to go and grab Alden and come back, right? Like, how would the reveal go here? Would they just have, would they have Alden? Or would they just find him at the church afterwards, maybe dead? Or like, maybe it's not even Reaper related at all. Maybe like if they go back to the church, they don't find him like burnt or whatever. Maybe they just find him as a walker in there because he just bled out. It's just like a tragic thing, right? How is this reveal going to go? Because everyone seems to be pretty certain that Alden's going to die. At least I am. Like, I would honestly be pretty shocked if episode 8 aired and he survived. Like, he survived the whole thing. I'd be like, really? All of that for nothing? Like, you had him just hang out in that church, and as soon as they got back, they picked him up and went back to Alexandria. Like, honestly, it would just kind of feel like it was all so pointless. And so that's why I feel like the reveal is going to be that they have Alden. Pope is going to reveal to Maggie that he does have him, or they're going to go back to the church afterwards. It's going to be this whole sob story, and I don't mean it in a way like I'm hating on the characters or anything like that, but they're obviously going to be very down because they traveled all that way. They just lost people. They have no food, so now they're just coming back to pick up people, right? And then they're going to go back to that church and they're going to see Alden as a walker inside the church. It's going to be another heartbreaking scene. And then in the end, they'll just kind of go back. They'll bring Alden's body back. And it's just one of those moments, right? I could totally see that being a reveal. And so when you look at the trailer overall and what they're not showing us, right? Because a lot of the shots seem like they're from the first half of the episode. I really believe that Alden is most likely going to die. And so that is going to be my overall prediction with this. I don't think Gabriel's going to go. I think it's a little bit too early just because of, I think he could have went in 7, but they did nothing there. And so I just don't think it's going to happen in 8. There's kind of no point for it. And yeah, I think for sure for Alden, though, like Alden, I think is a goner. I think he's probably going to die in obviously the ending moments of the episode. And my prediction is that I'm really torn. I can't say whether or not I think it's going to be more like Reaper related in the sense that the Reapers have him, or if it's going to be just that he bled out in that church, right? So I can't really make a decision. Actually, no, I'm just going to make a decision. I'm going to go with Pope has him. Yeah, man, I want to choose the other option. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to lean on the whole church reveal just because I feel like in order for Pope to have Alden, it's a little unbelievable that Daryl and Leah wouldn't know, right? Maybe it's very possible that Pope he's suspicious of Daryl and Leah, so he's not going to tell them all their secrets, but Carver and the rest of the characters know more. But just in case, I'm going to say that they go back to the church and they find that he bled out. I think that's what's going to happen. I think it makes a lot of sense. And so yeah, I'll leave it here. Definitely post your thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.